Hello everyone, Julia here. Hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. And in today's video I want to show you all my journals that I use now. Few people on Instagram asked me to show all the journals that I use at the moment, all the journals that I started maybe this year or last year, and all the journals that I'm working in at the moment. And I have quite a few, and most of them I show on my Instagram quite often, some more often, some not so often, but some of them I don't really show at all. But today I will show you all the journals that I have now and that I use now. And I think I will start from the traveler's notebooks, and it will be really fast because I already made a video last month about my traveler's notebooks collection and showed there all these notebooks in detail and showed how I use them, for what I use them. So I just will leave a link in the description box to that video that you can see these notebooks in detail. But now I just will quickly mention like for what I use them. I have 8 traveler's notebooks, and all of them I showed in that video and all of them I use now. So I won't go too much into detail about these journals. I just will mention quickly for what I use them. So this one, this is a new journal, and this one is dedicated to different countries of the world. I plan to make a collage dedicated to every country, and I started this journal in the end of April, and so far I have here only 3 collages, but slowly I'm making some progress, and I really like the idea of this journal. I thought about something like this already for a while, and finally I started a journal like this. So this next one is my travel journal that you often see on Instagram and also sometimes on YouTube. And this one I take with me when I'm traveling. This one is another notebook with collages, and at the moment I have here 2 inserts. One just with different collages like this, just for collages in general, like all kinds of collages. There is no specific theme in this journal. I have here nature collages and travel collages, and this is the journal that you also see very often on my Instagram. And another insert is my fantasy journal with fantasy themed collages that I also started to show more often on my Instagram. This last one in regular size, this is my bullet journal that I show also every week. So these 4 are the regular size traveler's notebooks, and I also have 4 in passport size. This is my daily journal where I write every day some good moments of the day, some things that I enjoyed, some small moments that made me feel good. And I don't make any collages in this journal, just very simple pages decorated with stickers, and just write down some things about the day. And this one is a passport size journals for collages. I have here a new insert and just a few collages in it, but I already finished a few inserts like this. So these are basically just smaller sized collages, also without any specific theme, just all kinds of the collages in here. This little journal is relatively new, and this is something like a social media planner. I have here this weekly insert in passport size, and that's where I plan videos and posts on Instagram, and second insert is just for different ideas related to YouTube, Instagram, and my Etsy shop. This one is a music journal that I also started in April, and here I collect memories about concerts and festivals and favorite music albums and something like this. So far I have here only one page about the concert in April, but soon I can add more. So these are all traveler's notebooks that I have, and as I said, I will leave a link in the description box, so please go and watch that video about my traveler's notebooks collection if you missed the video and if you are interested to see these notebooks in detail, because there I showed them very detailed, and so I just don't want to repeat myself. And then these other journals that I don't show that often on YouTube or Instagram, at least many of them. So I think I will start with this one. This one you also know, this is my junk journal, and this journal you see in Journal With Me videos. I just started a new insert in this journal. Also, I will leave a link to those videos if you missed it, and I already finished one insert in this journal. This one is also made like traveler's notebook that I can exchange these inserts, and when I finish this one I don't know if I will make another insert or maybe a new cover for my next junk journal. I'm not sure yet, and I really like the cover, so maybe I will still use it for a while and just will make another insert for this cover. This little journal is pocket-sized junk journal that I also started a while ago, but somehow I haven't worked very much in this journal in the last few months. I still really like it and I'm sure that I will come back to it, but somehow at the moment I just forgot about it a bit. This one is basically also similar, like this bigger junk journal, just in a smaller size, like small pocket size junk journal. I still want to decorate the cover a bit, so I'm sure that this little journal you still also will see here. And then this is my black and white journal that you also probably saw on my Instagram page, and here I make only black and white pages, like also different kinds of pages, nature and just some kind of vintage style, and also collect here some quotes that I like, but I use in here only black and white ephemera, and I really like this journal and how it looks, and I'm looking forward when I finish it and like to see all these pages together and make a flip through of it. And I also think that I still will decorate this cover a little bit, will make something else. This is just a notebook with black pages, and I like this cute cat on the cover, so I think I will keep the back cover, but here maybe I will add some more decorations to this cover. And then this is also some kind of bullet journal that I don't use very often. This is like a yearly bullet journal. I started this one last year, so basically first part of this journal is from the last year, and in here I just have different lists that I can use during the year, and mostly it's something like some places that I want to visit, some series that I want to watch, or movies, and lists of letters that I send and that I receive. Track it a little bit to whom I send letters and when, and also postcards and just different stuff like that. So basically it's a journal for different lists that I use sometimes during the year, but not very often. And I still have here quite many empty pages, so if I need to add another list, then there is still plenty of space, and I like to have all this in one journal and kind of to use it for a few years. Don't have to write it down every year in a new journal. So that was the reason why I started this one, just to have that for for a few years and to keep all those lists in one journal. I think I will use this notebook still for quite a few years, maybe, I don't know, like 5 or maybe even 10 years. Then this big notebook with Hogwarts on the cover. This is my book journal, and this journal I also don't show very often on my Instagram, because here it's also mostly just lists of books, and I decorated just a bit with stickers. And in the beginning I have different lists of books that I want to read, so these are basically my reading plans, not for a year, but for just like as long as it takes me. Sometimes I cross out some things from this list because I'm already not interested in reading this, and also I mark those books that I already read, and also lists of books by author, because from some authors I want to read everything or already read everything. So for example, here was my Wheel of Time reading list. I read all of them already. I started this journal I think maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and I think I have to update it a little bit because I can mark more of these books that I already read. Yeah, here also, for example, Stephen King list all his books, all that I read and all that I still want to read, still quite a few, and also some classics and like music biographies and some modern novels. So every time when I get some book recommendation, or if I find something interesting myself, I add this book to one of these lists that I won't forget about it. So yeah, as you can see, quite a few different lists, and there is still plenty of space for adding more lists and more books. And this is a yearly list, so I started this in 2021, so these are the books from 2021, books that I read in 2021. I put some of them on these bookshelves, and I also have all the books as a list like this, where I added dates when I read the book, my rating, how many points out of 10, and also number of pages. So these were all the books from 2021. And this is a new list for this year. I started to add books here, but I also still have to update this list. I didn't add a few books from April and May. I think May is still missing here, and June. And here I have some stickers for decorating pages, and some pages are already pre-decorated. And I plan to continue this journal like this, basically for some pages for every year, lists of books that I read during the year, and also maybe some favorite books then in the end of the year, like how many books I read and how many pages. And in the beginning I add all the books that I want to read. And this is a journal that I also plan to have for a really long time. I think it will be enough for 5 years at least, but maybe even more. I really like to have all this book related stuff in one journal. Then I have these 2 small notebooks, and I don't know if I should count them to my journals or not, because these are not really journals. This first one is like a sticker notebook. This is my sticker research. When I started to make stickers for my Etsy shop, I wrote all the things about sticker making in here, like I tried different papers for printing stickers, and also different settings for cutting and stuff like that. And so I was adding here all the things about stickers and all my fails, just to know then some things for later. And I still continue to do it now, already not so often as in the beginning, but I still add here some things, like something about new stickers that I make. So it's like a sticker research notebook, and I still use it, so I think I also can count it to my journals, and this one is a little sketchbook that I started in 2018 in September, and since then I didn't use it for, I think, almost 2 years, but I hope sometime I will finish it. Maybe sometime I will get an inspiration to start to draw again, at least sometimes, at least something. And I have here just some cute little sketches like this, mostly some cute animals. Nothing really special. I'm not very good in drawing. This is more just like for playing around and yeah, some kind of relaxation, just some cute sketches. Something maybe that I saw on Instagram and wanted to draw here. And earlier I used this sketchbook quite often, and it was kind of relaxing for me just to make a break and draw something small and cute. But I don't do it already for quite a long time, but it's still not finished and I still want to finish it and sometime maybe to come back to this sketchbook. So I have it on my desk in case if suddenly I will get an inspiration and want to draw again. So I guess I also can count this to my journals and notebooks. And this last one here is a new addition to my journals and notebooks. This one is from Midori, and I bought this one because it was with a really huge discount, something like 85% discount, this calendar planner for this year. So I just decided to try it and to see if I like this kind of setup and if I could use it. It was just more out of interest if I like this kind of setup or not. And the only thing that I made here so far, it's just some YouTube related plans for this month. I got this in the end of May. So this first monthly pages I won't use, and second part of this notebook is weekly pages, and I'm also not sure if I will use them. But this monthly calendar I want to use for planning YouTube videos better, just to have this monthly layout and to see when I want to do what. And about the second part, like this weekly pages, I'm still not very sure what I'm going to do with this. I thought maybe about making some kind of gratitude journal and write down something every day, or maybe some diary and just write something very shortly every day. I don't know yet. I still have to think about it. So this is still empty, and I put this one basically just because I was curious to try this, and it was really with such a huge discount that I thought, why not? I don't know if I will use this journal regularly or not, but I kind of like it. I really like the cover, and also this setup seems nice, so I'm going to try it and see if I like it. And that was all. That's all my journals that I use now, and counting these two little journals, which are not really journals, it's 16 in total without this 14. And I really like to have many different journals. I love all of this, and I use most of them very regularly, almost all the time. So yeah, I hope this video was interesting for you and you liked it. You liked to see all my journals together. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.